Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you can hit the bell button that I think is up there right next to subscribe if you want to get notifications for when I have new videos or when I do live videos. I did not get to post a second video yesterday, those of you who are waiting for it, so this is going to be that. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I prepare for readings, because I got that question in the comments yesterday and I thought it was a very good question. And every reader does things a little bit differently, and you have to do what works for you. In the corner of my room, I can see it but you can't, I have an altar with a marble top, and that's where I keep all of my decks that I have laid out on the bed with me now. I keep crystals on top of them to sort of draw out any negative energy that maybe in them sometimes from the readings when things get a little bit heavy. I just like to clean and clear my decks. And then I have some essential oils and a diffuser over there. I have a singing bowl. Just everything that is sacred to me is over on the altar space, and that's where I store my cards. I don't let anybody else touch my cards because I don't want there to be a transfer of energy. So these cards, all of them have only ever touched my hands, and I think that's very, very important to keep that energy pure. And then when I am on the bed here, and then if I'm preparing to do either a reading like this one or a personal reading for you, I take some deep breaths, inhale through my nose, exhale through my mouth, and just try to get centered and grounded. And then I will say out loud, I ground down, or I ground into my Mother Earth, and I imagine roots coming down out of my spinal column in the back, like your sits bones down there. I imagine myself rooting down into the earth and taking hold so that I'm firmly planted, okay? And what that represents for me is being stable and connected to all of nature, to the earth. Because the next step that I do, the next thing that I say out loud is that I open myself. Sometimes I'll say I open my crown chakra to divine love, light, spirit, source energy, pure love, pure joy, pure knowledge. Okay, and when I do that, I imagine a column of bright white light connecting from source down to the top of my scalp. Okay, so in my vision, my imagination, my meditation, I'm grounded down by my roots into the earth, and I'm connected to source through my crown chakra, okay? And I do this before every meditation, and then I say, or before every reading, and then I say, I ask my guides to please come forward and help me, my spirit guides, and then I ask, if I'm doing a personal reading for you, then I would say, and I ask Jennifer's guides to come forward. And then I say, angels, archangels, ascended masters, anybody on that next plane who wants to come through now and help with these messages, you're invited to do so. Because sometimes loved ones who have passed and people like that want to come through, and I don't know all of your loved ones. I don't know all the loved ones for the people that I'm reading on, but they know. And anybody that wants to come through, I invite you to do that now. And then I ask, that I be a conduit for this energy and for these messages for you, and that I be allowed to deliver these messages in a clear and concise manner. And I don't normally do this on camera, but I do this, I promise I do this before every reading that I do here for you on YouTube, and it's something that I take very seriously, and it's important to me to do it before I do any of your personal readings. So, thank you for that question. I hope that wasn't too long an answer, but that's what I do to prepare, okay? So, I want to talk about Kate Middleton and Carol Middleton and this magazine. It's in our DNA. You guys, what do you think they were saying? It looked to me like Kate froze Meghan out at the polo match as well. So my first question for the cards today is, how is Kate Middleton feeling about Meghan Markle? That's where we're going to start, okay? How is Kate Middleton feeling about Meghan Markle? What are Kate's, it's too many. What are Kate's feelings about Meghan Markle, please? One more card. And we will just start here and see what we get. Thank you. Yeah, okay. We have the Moon in reverse. We have the Two of Swords. And then we have the Strength card, which is the card of Leo, which I think is just confirmation that this is about Meghan. So we have the Moon in reverse and the Two of Swords. The Moon can be a card of Pisces, but for a lot of readings, this is a card of illusion, deception, dark night of the soul, troubled times, Can be a card of depression, can be a card of mental illness, like we talked about yesterday. Okay, Two of Swords is a card of not seeing a truth, or not seeing a whole truth, or needing to make a choice. Okay, needing to make a choice, but maybe not having all of the information to make that choice. Okay, so right now we have depression, mental illness, making a choice, or perhaps not able to see. This is also an interesting card because the victim card came out in our last reading, and this looks like a woman who has sort of kidnapped herself. It looks like someone who has put herself in this position and now is crying foul, if that makes sense. And then we have the Leo card, which usually comes out to represent Meghan. What else can you tell us about Kate Middleton's feelings towards Meghan Markle, please? Kate Middleton's feelings towards Meghan Markle. Thank you. And one more, if you can. Kate Middleton's feelings towards Meghan Markle. What did you guys think about Meghan at Wimbledon? King of Swords in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. In very plain speech, this means to me that she's not somebody who tells the truth. She's not somebody I trust, and she's not going to make it here. Okay, that's very clear, plain English for you. The King of Swords is, sometimes this is a Capricorn for me because of his, the horns that are up here. Sometimes there's a Capricorn in my life that sometimes comes out as this card. So this could be Kate's energy. And I have to just, please don't argue me on that. Just trust my gut with this. I'm an intuitive reader. I don't just go by the traditional definitions of the cards. I have to go by my gut, okay? This can just be somebody who's a mature energy, an older male energy, somebody who is very good at truth and communicating, but also somebody who will cut you, okay? But it is somebody who's honest and tells the truth, somebody who is upstanding in the community, somebody that you can trust. So this was in the reverse, okay? So we're feeling that Meghan Markle is the opposite of all of those things. Now, the Ten of Pentacles upright is what I call the legacy card. It's an elderly man here looking at everything that he's built. He's watching his children and his grandchildren and his pets enjoy his home, his property, his land, this beautiful day. Could be a celebration out in the courtyard, okay? And it's in reverse. She's not a part of our legacy. She's not here for the long haul. She's not somebody who's honest, okay? So that's what it looks like Kate is feeling about Meghan. And then I'm going to stick with this deck and ask, how are things between Harry and Meghan? How are things between Harry and Meghan? I saw photos of Meghan holding that baby and thought, gosh, she's never held a baby before in her life. And, I had not held a baby before until I had my first baby, but it still didn't look like that. Do you know what I mean? Like the baby's being held like, so this is a baby. There's no maternal instinct there, it looks like to me. So between Harry and Meghan was the question. We have Ace of Swords in reverse and Seven of Swords in reverse. So these are interesting to come out together because one is about truth, clarification, communication, directness, and it's in the reverse. And one is about sneakiness, lies, deception, not telling the truth, and it's also in the reverse. So this could represent the two of them, okay? And with the crown on it, I would assume that this represents the monarchy or Harry. So it's not, and this is air energy too, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it feels like this is a forthcoming is the word that I'm getting. Somebody's not being forthcoming. Somebody's not being forthcoming with information, and then somebody is. It's like there's one person who's trying to tell the truth, and then there's one person who is not. So this would be the person who is not telling the truth, and this is the person who's actually trying to tell the truth, if that makes sense. I'm going to clarify those with a different deck and see what comes out. We'll go with the Golden Thread Tarot. Please clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse. Please clarify Ace of Swords in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. Thank you. Please clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse. This could be somebody wanting to tell the truth to the people and somebody not wanting to tell the truth as well. This could be somebody pushing to get the truth out and somebody wants to push to keep it hidden. I didn't think about that, but that could be that as well, because there's so many secrets and questions around, that's too many, around the baby and, you know, the whole question with the DNA. Is the baby even related to Meghan? Hierophant in reverse and Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, so Hierophant for me with these royal readings always represents the Church of England and the monarchy. So in the reverse, someone is against that. This can also indicate divorce because this indicates marriage sometimes. Yeah, we've talked about this can also indicate a rebellious nature towards authority figures. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, collaboration, or possibly a third-party situation. It's funny, these people actually look like royals. Two of them standing here in the back look like royals. So what we have here with the Ace of Swords and Seven of Swords in reverse, somebody wanting to tell the truth, somebody not wanting the truth to come out. Sorry, they were this way. And when that's followed by Hierophant in reverse and Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this feels like it has to do with the monarchy, the family, their family of three. This can also be somebody wanting to follow the rules. Somebody wants to communicate possibly with the family, the Church of England, wanting to maintain a part of that. That would be this person. This person wants to stop sneaking and lying and planning and conniving. This person, because it's in reverse, maybe wants to go back towards the family, maybe wants to be honorable and part of the family. And this person, whoever this is like, no, I'm not ready to tell the truth. I don't think that's a good idea. So that's interesting. I'm going to ask the cards one more question. Is baby Archie, how do you say that? Genetically related to Meghan Markle? Does baby Archie carry Meghan Markle's genes? So drop half the deck. Is baby Archie related to Meghan Markle genetically? Does baby Archie carry Meghan Markle's genes? And the reason I ask this is because a lot of the criticism I've read online about the christening photos has to do with him not looking age appropriate. He's not the age that they're telling us. He's a much bigger baby, much more aware than an 8-week-old would be. And that he looks nothing like her. He's super white. You know, I don't know how any of those things work, so please don't jump on me. I'm just saying that's what I was seeing. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse. Yikes, you guys. Okay, starting with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in work, usually in financial status. These cards come out the way they come out, and these cards are so creative because they find different ways to say the same thing over and over and over again. This is about a payout. This was a way for me to make money. This was my golden ticket, and I took it. Six of Cups is a card of childhood, reminiscing. It can also be a card of children, a cup of children. In the reverse, this feels like a no. This feels like not my child, not my children. Okay, don't have maternal feelings, don't have love. Cups pouring out is no emotion there. Six of Wands is a victory card. In the reverse, it is not, we just had this card yesterday, not having that welcome, the hero's welcome, not feeling triumphant or victorious, perhaps not being able to carry the child yourself and feeling like a failure for that reason, okay? But something to do with money, a lot of money, and 6 and a 6 in reverse, and 6 in numerology is the number of love. I think this is very important because of the question that I asked, because this has to do with a baby and a child. And as a mom of a boy, 2 boys, I can tell you there's no love like that, and it's instantaneous most of the time. I don't criticize you if you have postpartum or anything like that going on. It can be difficult to bond with a baby. Please don't mishear what I'm saying. But there is a bond with a baby. There's a maternal love that's like no other love you've ever experienced, and that love appears to be absent in this situation. And I'm going to leave it there. You guys tell me what you saw that I didn't see. Tell me what you think. Give me the scoop and the tea, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.